I left a comment on a video I uploaded a few weeks ago, and I never actually made the follow-up video to it. To jog your memory, I caught up with a friend who I haven't spoke to in a while, and he said he's been so busy with real life that he realized he's not into certain things anymore because he's been away from the computer and he hasn't been looking up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hence the original video being about liking femboys less and less. So later on, and I'll leave the video link to that in the description if I'm not lazy, but when we spoke later on in that conversation, we were talking about what causes the man to even do this to themselves. What causes them to trap? Now, I did it once for a Halloween party. Y'all remember this? Like, shaking my head, shaking my head. My friends to this day still bring this up. Follow me on Instagram, by the way, so you can get notification on the upload, since it doesn't work on YouTube, or just join my Discord because I ping everyone when I upload. But this was for a party. Some of y'all are doing it for other reasons, to get folded like a lawn chair, to fill the buns with the hot dog, no mustard. Listen, y'all are what some people call a failed male. What causes the quote failed male though, as some of you may say? And my friend and I, we went through several points, and we'll go through each one in this video or episode of Aku Anime. The first point is something I made, and we both agreed on this. It just so happens that some of y'all have zesty preferences. I think that's the easiest point to make. Everyone likes different things. So whatever, some of y'all are just not straight or prefer to be very feminine. I mean, what am I supposed to say about that? Who cares? Do whatever you want. I'm just not one of those people who cares about someone's preferences unless you're doing something harmful. Then I feel like disturbed by it. It's 2024. We've become more accepted about many different things. Whatever it is, good thing or bad thing, that's all subjective. I think one point that I made is that I think some of y'all are taking the pink pill though. And I've seen people make this argument before, and how specifically they'll say something like, I can't get a girlfriend, therefore I can't find romantic affection. So to solve this problem, I'll be the girl myself. I've heard that one plenty of times. Listen, human beings need affection, at times romantic. Listen, it sounds crazy, but people really do take this approach. They accept the fact that they can't get a girlfriend because of, I don't know, they're short, their body is a bit feminine. Like they just accept the fact, and that is GG for them. They take the pink pill. They're short, skinny, girly here. They're already halfway there. It's over for y'all. And it's funny because, tell me I'm lying, you can tell who is low-key trapping out there by just walking down the street nowadays. It's always the long-haired or emo white boy haircut attached to a skinny guy with hungry legs. Like, there isn't a single femboy on this planet who has a good diet and gets enough calories. Actually, no. Listen, 9 out of 10 femboys are malnourished or have extremely unhealthy diets. And just because you're thin and your metabolism works in your benefit, it doesn't mean you're healthy. Okay, people be playing video games all day, eating potato chips and having these weak meals, missing out on a ton of vitamins and minerals, and talking about, oh, I'm thin, so I'm in shape, man. But anyway, yeah, I think what happens is, to these failed males, y'all just accepted fate, and I can't blame y'all. Listen, don't lie, all of y'all, don't lie. If you were born a manlet and you had the little fry, real talk, you're a manlet and you got the banana tip, it's over. Genetics are tough, man. Listen, who's going to be mad at you if you take the pink pill if you're in that situation? Listen, let me tell y'all a story. There was a song I uploaded. The video is gone now, like the rest of my videos. And if people keep asking this question, why are all my videos private, the old ones? Like, just go to the last video, you'll see. Listen, go to this video, you'll see why. But the music video was called, the song was called Star Stride. And in the video, it was a femboy joke music video. One of the people in the video, he's a short dude, and I've known him since 2018. I remember back when I first met him, he was transitioning, and he told me that he was just transitioning. He's gonna be male to female, right? And I asked him, because I was genuinely curious, why are you trying to be male to female? Like, what's your motivation? Why do you feel you need to do that? You know what I'm saying? I think it's a valid question. This dude told me the same. He's not doing it anymore, so this dude told me the same thing I was saying though. He told me he's very short and he isn't genetically manly. He's skinny. He has a small body frame. His voice is not deep. He just said this is what feels best for him. So, hey, listen, that's what it is. So my friend and I, who I was having this conversation with, when I made this point about why some people do this, he understood this, but he feels like it doesn't have to be that way, right? And I agreed with him on this too. Like, don't get it twisted, y'all. Just because you're short and you're not super masculine, masculine macho man like, it doesn't mean you just give up and be a quote failed male. You know, a lot of females out there like men who aren't extremely masculine. Sometimes even as a guy, the macho man behavior is very unwelcoming. Like, you ever been around a guy who acts like some alpha male and then they're actually like acting super macho man too? Like, you ever been around one of those dudes? Their personality is just very pushy, intense, ego driven, and to some it's intimidating. One of my closest friends is like that. He's very macho, and I'm not intimidated by that, but sometimes it's a bit too much. Like, relax, dude. Not everything is an obstacle for you to have to conquer like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how he acts, though. He just acts like everything is just some, like, he act like, I don't know. Like, people are scared of having a little soft side to them for some reason. My point is, though, there are women out there who like men who have a big soft side. It's okay to have one. It's okay to be soft, per se. It doesn't mean like, oh, because I'm super soft all the time, I got to go take a pink pill or something. Listen, that's the point my friend was making this argument. Like, you don't need to do that. He agrees that there's no point of, you know, just giving up, but he also understands that why some people do this. It's just not that, I don't know how to explain this. Just because you're not masculine or considered manly by society, you don't accept defeat. You know what I'm saying? And a point he brought up to why he thinks the failed male ends up becoming a thing, and this is a whole new thing. He says women are too much. Now, this is naturally his argument. Listen, just to preface about my friend, he never really had a girlfriend, and my friend tends to say sus things about women. I think he doesn't like women, in my opinion. He's not very much of a woman guy. So I'm just prefacing that. He says his point, and I think it somewhat makes sense. He said Western women are very difficult to deal with nowadays because most of them are narcissists and are confused about what kind of men they want in their life. Now, I hate going down through this topic here because it's very tedious. He says this modern day behavior, or why a lot of men are turned off by women, is because they don't, I don't know how to say this without sounding like, you know, I'm like, yo, it's just, in my opinion, okay, I don't do this Western women stereotype thing. I'm sure you heard about it before. Like, people say Western women are this and that. Listen, I feel like there's a conflict going on with this. I think it's a bit odd that a lot of men express their hatred or a strong stereotype towards women, yet in the same breath, they want to date them. You have a distaste towards women so much, yet you want to date them? It doesn't really make much sense, but I understand it. It's just you're very frustrated in the dating scene. The root of this taste comes from the standards that women on social media express, which these standards are not applicable to the average person. Rather, these standards appear unrealistic to the average person, like I said, which as a result makes someone feel like the chances of getting a girlfriend or dating someone, it makes those chances very small or impossible. And as a result, they may adventure into other avenues like what this video's thesis is about. What causes a man to do this to themselves or become a certain way? The failed male. I think my friend has a point. To add on, he says, usually people who look for femboys or whatever, their standards, with all due respect, is not as high as the standards women put out there. Rather, their standards are more reasonable to other men. Hence why people would rather date a femboy or whatever. I think this is an interesting perspective because it could sound disrespectful, but I don't think it is. I think he really means that men at heart understand each other. Even someone who transitioned from male to female, y'all still understand at heart the difficulty men have dealing with the standards women put out there nowadays. I get it. I see it being a reason why you may, you know, what causes a man to do this to himself. I mean, what do y'all think about this point my friend made? I think it makes sense, but again, see, it's such a very, it's a tedious topic in my opinion. And the final debate we had, and I think we both agreed on this, I brought it up though. I think some people just want to dress up because they like other people recognizing them to be, I don't know, cute or attractive. Humans like getting affection. If it takes dressing up to get that, I think that can be an addicting feeling. I know people I've read, I know people and I've read people say this in the comments, and I expect this to be on this video too. I know people who say that they're 100% straight, but they trap still because they like the attention or the affection that they get. Now, is that straight? I mean, honestly, it depends. If you're just dressing up and breaking that sort of barrier of what men and women should wear, I don't think it's not straight. But the moment you start perverting it, then I think it's not straight. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I don't know. A man wearing a feminine outfit may be considered non-straight or straight to people. But regardless, the moment the feminine outfit is meant to be dirty or suggest something, I think it's not straight. Hey, that's how I look at it. I mean, listen, what do you guys think about these points being made? What point would you add to the conversation? I saw someone mention last video that they like the longer videos. I just haven't had something to talk about that was like too long ongoing to make it like a 20 or 30-minute video again. But maybe once I talk about maybe personal things again or like mental health topics again, maybe those videos will be longer. But anyway, this full episode is found on YouTube and Spotify. I mean, this is the full thing. You saw it on YouTube just now, right? Anyway, check out Times Square.
Nightmare 7 a.m. in the morning though. No surprise. Times Square's you and I under those lights. No disguise. Don't tell me everything you wanted was a lie. All those city lights, it's an endless night. Never expected you to bring me so much life. Close my eyes too long, then it's time to say goodbye. Let's dance all night until the stars don't show glow. Till the sunrise, then we go solo. Making up for all the times that we were low. Let's make some memories before we do go. Let's dance all night until the stars don't show glow. Till the sunrise, then we go solo. Making up for all the times that we were low. Let's make some memories before we do go. Caution, wait a moment, keep my heart locked away, it's filled with emotion.